Hello there and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United and crikey Leeds fans, it just doesn't get any better. Obviously I'm here giving my thoughts on the Fulham defeat and also looking forward to the Liverpool game, or not looking forward to it, should we say. That'd be more accurate, wouldn't it really? Because it's going to be a hellish task, a terrible and impossible task I put on there for Leeds United to win this game. We are now 8 games without a win. Where on earth do the next points come from? And let's have a quick roundup. Well, I'll talk about the Fulham game. Obviously, we went 1-0 ahead in this game. It was Rodrigo with the goal. Fantastic sort of play, really. And it wasn't the best defending, but he gets the ball headed into the net and we go 1-0 up. It didn't last long for Leeds United though, did it? Obviously, Leeds United being as they are at the moment, just defensively inept, absolutely awful. I mean, Jesse Marsch will talk about his changes, I'm sure, in this video, but disastrous, wasn't it? I mean, to get beaten at the near post, you know Mitrovic is a good header of the ball. He's in good form, probably the form of his career, you might say, potentially. Back in the top flight, and you've allowed him a header on goal. It's Luke Ayling, isn't it? And also Illan Meslier. And now, why on earth did Ayling get the nod in ahead of Christensen? I thought, like many other people and that have had the say on this, obviously, I think Christensen has been getting better in a Leeds United shirt. Looks a little bit more of a threat going forward now. Bit more solid at the back, but he dropped him for Ayling, and Ayling gives us nothing. Obviously, in that second goal, Bobby Decordova-Reid, he was playing right back, and he gets all the way into our box, free as a bird. Yeah, there was nobody anywhere near him as he nods the ball into the far corner, and Fulham go 2-1 up in the second half, sort of 74th minute, I think it was. And we're holding on, looking like for a draw. I don't know, because I'll be honest as well, I didn't watch this game. I've not been wanting to watch Leeds United now for some time. I will probably watch the game against Liverpool, but, like many of us, just getting sick of this now, really. Jesse Marsch with his tactical changes every single game. There was 6 in all in this match going into... Well, you can say we lost to bottom of the league at the time, Leicester City, last Thursday. And, there's arguments for people being dropped and this, that and the other. But it was just odd, like Sabrina and Ayling. I didn't really understand it. But there we see on the screen Willian, who apparently had a really, really good game and ran our defence ragged, really. He pretty much makes the game safe, sort of 10 minutes later, 6 minutes from time, slides the ball in. Again, the defensive work is disappointing. It's good work from Fulham for Harrison Reed, gets himself in a nice position, sets up Willian, who's on the stretch, puts it into the bottom corner. There he is, off celebrating towards the Fulham fans. Fulham, are a good side. They won't go down. I said this in the preview. I know they won't. They're much better than they were the last time they were in the Premier League. In our first season as well in the Premier League, they came up with us, didn't they, in the 1920 season? So, yeah, look, they're looking a lot better under Marco Silva, and by all accounts, he should have been far and away in this game. I don't know how Pereira missed that opportunity in the first half where he's one-on-one with Meslier. Other opportunities. Obviously, we get 2 goals. Somerville gets 1 in the sort of dying embers of the match, and it's well played by Joffrey initially to get there. He sort of shuffles through, doesn't he? Pokes it through to Somerville, who kind of tackles the ball into the net, it looks like to me, but he gets his first goal, so sort of a bit of encouragement for him, and a little bit of a little bit of delight for Leeds in sense that it's his first goal, his first Premier League goal. I'm sure he'll have many more. To be fair, I'm pretty sure he will probably play a part against Liverpool, but it's again, it's coming on, and we see Sinistera keeps getting whipped off sort of 60-minute, 70-minute mark. It's just seems like he's just throwing them on, like Football Manager. It's almost like Football Manager when you know it's going badly for you, but you're just kind of changing it, seeing what will work. There doesn't really seem like there's any kind of plan from Jesse Marsch at this point. We all wanted him sacked after that Fulham game. I'll be honest, I backed Jesse Marsch to the hilt, and I was delighted when he came in. I thought he would do a good job. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I feel now he's overstayed his welcome. He needs to go. It's 8 games without a win. It'll be 9 games, I'm pretty certain of it, come Saturday night. So yeah, I'm certain Jesse Marsch needs to go. There's some tactical changes and swapping the team all around all the time. For me, bringing off the likes of Sinistera week in, week out is, game in, game out, should I say, is beyond me. I can't even understand it. He's our main outlet. I saw it against Leicester in the first half when I saw it. Obviously, I haven't been watching it recently, really, because I've just not been able to stomach it, to be fair. But, Sinistera, he was the main outlet. He hits the bar. You could see he was that man to get us a goal. Why take him off? Anyway, I know he had a little knock maybe on Sunday, but come on, we've got and players on the bench. The under-21s are absolutely smashing their league. I know it's a different kettle of fish. I know it's a different environment, a different level. But when are you going to give these guys a chance? What is the point in having them smashing in goals in the under-21s, which is the only level they can at this moment? They're scoring goals at the level they can. So what is the point in having them there if you're not going to progress them at some stage into the Premier League squad? Because we're going to go down, as I've heard it many times on many things since Sunday, we will go down in this current climate in the way that we are playing with this manager. There's no doubt about it. Something just needs to turn. We see him there kicking the ball. Much has been made of that, hasn't it? I think it was just frustration. And again, like many others I've heard say, Jesse Marsch is by all accounts, a great bloke. He seems like a positive and infectious man with his positivity, but it doesn't win you football games. That he doesn't seem to have any tactical nous, any tactical know-how to get this group of players playing the way they should. And you've just, like I said, you've got players like Joseph, like Perkins, who are doing very, very well in their respective league. Throw them on and see what they can do, because like I said, what's the point in having them there? Much has been made, of course, of Willie Gnonto as well. Who is he an international? Is he not? I would say he is, because he's got a fair few caps for Italy now. I don't see how you can argue he isn't a full international when he clearly is. We've got him sat, and he wasn't even in the squad on Sunday, and we go and play Anfield there against Liverpool on Saturday night. We'll look towards this one. I'm doing it before Jesse has had a chance to speak in his conference. That is later on today, but I'm just going to guess at the lineup here. Liverpool, they've changed it up and about. They got beaten by Forest on the weekend, a disastrous result. I have seen quite a lot of Liverpool this season, and yet they haven't been very impressive. They haven't really looked like they have in recent times. But I just, it's Anfield, isn't it? Anfield and Liverpool at their home ground is a completely different animal to Liverpool away in the current way they've been playing. They just seem to find a way to win. And against a team who has no wins in 8, 4 straight defeats in that run, we've lost 6 of those 8 as well. You can just not see anything but a Liverpool win. It'll probably be a 4-3-3 for Liverpool. And Mohamed Salah will probably get at least 2 goals. He scored 5 goals in the 2 home fixtures for Liverpool out the 4 fixtures we've had with them since we've been promoted again. I'm not even going to try looking at the Leeds United team because Jesse Marsch will surely make 4, 5, 6 changes again, won't he? So it's pointless even trying to, predict it at all. And also, he obviously hasn't said anything about injuries yet. But going back, obviously, to last season, we got hammered 6-0 at Anfield. It was going in that run of Bielsa. Bielsa was right at the last of his time at Leeds. We were getting hammered. It was much like the way Leeds United are right now. Joel Matip there got a you could say it was a good goal, but the defensive display on that day, on that moment as well was horrific. But like I said, Mohamed Salah will enjoy his time, I'm sure, again. Obviously, in the season before, our first ever game in the Premier League for 16 years, with no fans in the stadium at Anfield, we gave Liverpool a real run for their money. But in the end, it was Mohamed Salah and Liverpool who came out on top. Salah got a hat-trick. Liverpool ran out in the end 4-3 winners with a last-minute penalty, or a very late penalty, given away by Rodrigo on his debut. You'd have to go back nearly 21 and a half years since Leeds United last won at Anfield. Rio Ferdinand and Lee Bowyer got the goals in a 2-1 win. Believe it or not, we can believe it because we know all about that era. Leeds United were third in the Premier League at that stage. And obviously we were ahead of Liverpool, actually. They were fifth, real top of the table clash, April 2001. Obviously, like I said, we ran out 2-1 winners. Obviously, there's been a big gap, obviously, in years since we played against them in the Premier League. But yeah, obviously recent times we've shipped 10 goals against Liverpool off 2 games at Anfield. In the other games at Ellen Road, well, one was 1-1, wasn't it? The other one last season was 3-0 and should have been a lot more. Now, if you probably speak to some Liverpool fans, they'll tell you that they're not playing well, they're not doing well this time. They started really badly for their standards. But looks like they're picking up now, obviously. As I'm recording last night, they got a 3-0 win away at Ajax in the Champions League. I know they lost at Forest on the weekend, but like I've said, at Anfield, like it says on the screen there again, it's an impossible task for Leeds. Let me know in the comments, please, where do you see this run of form turning for Leeds United? Will we ever win a game of football again? Of course we will, but where is it going to come from? And is it time now for Marsch to go? Of course it is. We can't say any more than that. He has to go. He had to go at the end of Sunday's game. I wasn't surprised because they're backing him all the way. They're backing him till the cows come home because they've invested money in it. They've bought these players for the Jesse Marsch system, for his specific system that he wanted to play. So they're not gonna bow down quickly and just say, yeah, we got it wrong, off you go, Jesse. They're going to really fight for and hope that this turns around. But he's messing around with the team constantly. He's making random and odd substitutions in game, which just seems baffling. And he just seems to have lost it a little bit. It'll be interesting to hear what he has to say a little bit later on in the lead up to the Liverpool match on Saturday. But yeah, I'm no doubt he'll be positive, and fair play to him. He's trying to be positive. But 8 games without a win, 6 defeats in them, 2 points accrued off the last 8 games. It's just, and we've slipped into the relegation zone as it is of now. Obviously, there's a long way to go, but Leeds United would be relegated. It's a worse start than last season. 1 point worse, I believe, but still, that seems to have been a sticking point for a lot of people in this week, really. And obviously, not surprisingly, the man who managed the club before him, before Jesse Marsch, has been mentioned umpteen times I've seen over various different things. But, it is what it is. People saying, Bielsa was sacked for less than this, which he was. Come the end, we were 7 games without a win. Now we are 8. He was sacked, Bielsa, 7 games without a win. Now we've gone 8. Obviously, Jesse Marsch is still in the job. Surely, if Leeds United lose to Liverpool on Saturday night, or when we do, probably, unfortunately, I hate to be defeatist, about our chances, but come on. I mean, I know they're not playing brilliant, Liverpool, but they really have the run on us. And like I said, Anfield is just a different beast. They just don't seem to lose many at Anfield. Obviously, they recently beat Man City before the loss to Forest. So look, it's only going one game. It's only going one way, this game, and hopefully, and like I said, I've seen it said many times. Like many Leeds fans, I don't want to see us lose, but if it means Leeds United get a new coach and a new system and a new belief in the team from Jesse Marsch getting sacked, if we do lose this game, then surely that's probably positive in the long run, isn't it, for Leeds United, really? Because I cannot see anything other than a Leeds United defeat. But one thing I will say about Marsch is he doesn't look like he's lost the players. I think Cooper came out after the Fulham game, didn't he, and said, we're behind him and all this and the others. It was stupid. Goals given away by us, and it is individual errors as well. The team are just making silly decisions, and it is like this when you're not informed. Things just don't go your way, and it's frustrating. And then obviously Patrick Bamford, he's missed I think he's missed 9 big chances or something, and he's only started 4 games this season. He's not good enough, but he's in a low run of form. When is he not? You know what I mean? He's just not good enough. For me, I've said it before. Give Willy Gnonto a chance. He's an Italy international for a reason. Just unleash him and see what happens. You know what I mean? It's that no fear. We need something, and we need something quickly. Otherwise, Marsch is gone. That isn't going to be a bad thing, in my opinion, right now. He needs to do something to change. But let me know in the comments, obviously, what you guys are thinking. If anybody's watching, of course, and anybody has made it to the end, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And let's hope this turns upwards somehow soon. But I don't think it's going to be Saturday, unfortunately. Let me know what you're thinking. March on together. I'll see you on the next one.